So this is Studio Series 86 Cup in robot mode, and I think at arm's length he looks pretty good. I'm not going to complain about the look of this chap. Now we'll start off by having a look at his head and face. There you go. Do you think he looks screen accurate? That's for you to decide. I think he looks a little bit different to how he does in the movie. However, again, at arm's length, I think he looks okay. Now here we can see Cup from the front. Here he is from the side. Here he is from the back, from the top, and everyone's favourite, underneath. Now the paint apps and colouring on this figure are very good. The orange accents here are very well applied. The Autobot logo is again very well applied. The colours on the waistband are well applied, and the face again is painted well. I even like this clear area on the chest here, which is part of the windshield, I assume, in his alternate mode. The sculpted detail again is very good. He looks very clean from the front. The details along the arms and knee and shin panels are all very, very nice. And then we turn the figure around. And then we see all these hollow areas in his back and the back of his arms. Now, I'm not going to worry too much about that because it is the back of the figure. However, I'm sure someone will come along and fill those gaps for us with some third-party add-ons. I myself shall not be bothering. He's quite a clean figure. He doesn't have a lot of kibble, but he does have a small backpack, and this is where one of my issues arise. You can see here that there are some tab slots here and some tabs here on the backpack, which I assume is supposed to tab in. However, let's try and tab this in. So I've pushed it in, there we go, and when I let go, it just pings straight back off again. Maybe I've mistransformed him somewhere along the line, but that does not tab in at all. It almost seems out of alignment. It looks like this back piece needs to be lower, perhaps. It's something to do with that chest transformation. Excuse me while I just have a fiddle. Nope, that is as extended as he will go, because part of the transformation is a small chest fold. However, I thought maybe I'd got that wrong, but no, that is as good as it will be. I hope yours doesn't have the same issue. He also has some loose knees down here, which I'm not too much of a fan of, and these bits here are very, very flimsy plastic. I'm not really a fan. Again, you should see they should tab in at the bottom of the leg there, these tabs here, but it's so flimsy, it's just not having any of it. It would rather bend than tab in. My gut tells me that Hasbro spent all the money on the engineering and shortchanged themselves on the materials used, so the materials can't cope with the level of engineering. You know, if they'd spent a bit more on plastic and materials, I'm sure these would be fine. But I think they're just too flimsy for the amount they're trying to do. I think they should either cut back on the engineering, make them a bit simpler, or perhaps make them a little more expensive and just have the quality a bit higher. What do you guys think? Let me know. Also, let's have a look at his joints. His head will spin 360 degrees. However, it will not tilt. We have this tilt as part of the transformation. There is no head tilt there whatsoever, unless mine's really stiff, but I think it is just a head twist. The arms will rotate at the elbow. They will also lift up. They will also detach, like so, which is part of his falling to bits part in the movie. The biceps will also turn and swivel on that joint. Big gap in there. And what else? The wrist does not turn. This is completely fused. Looks like a one piece there. So don't try and twist that wrist, unless I'm wrong. Unless they will twist, but I don't think they will. The waist will turn 360 degrees. Don't try and do it with your own body. You will break your back. Your legs can kick Cup's legs will kick forward, and there's that loose piece, and all the way back. His knees will bend forward and not overbend because there is a shin piece. He also has ankle rock down at the lower foot here, as you can see, and some nice wheels there, which originally looked rubber. These are probably the best wheels I've seen for a while. And the toes will move as part of the transformation. Now, size-wise, he is a sensible size. Let's bring in Cup's best mate, Cliffjumper, from the movie. Obviously, that's a lie. You can see that Cup is quite a lot bigger than Cliffjumper. Let's have a look at his accessories now. So, Cup comes with his rifle. I don't know if this has a particular name, but it's very well detailed. I like this off-white bluey tinted colour. Again, they've used the hollow bits as part of the detail, which I think is very good. Here you can see the handle for attaching it to his robot mode, and you will see that it's a nice snug fit in his hand. Does he have anywhere you could plug this? I can't see anywhere off the top of my head. He also comes with this green box. Now, I think this is supposed to be a Cybertronian fuel can or Energon goodie box, where you see him pulling out the Energon goodies to give to the Junkions and Sharktacons. Did he give them to the the Junkions, or was it just the Sharktacons? Anyway, this will also fit in his hand. And to me, it looks like a walkie-talkie. But there we go. They are Cup's accessories. So that's Cup in his robot mode. Let's transform him and have a look at him in his alternate mode. Okay, so here is Studio Series Cup in his alt mode, which is a pickup, hence the name Cup from Pick-Up. There we go. Just wondered if any of you knew about that reference. Cup appears to be a Cybertronian pickup truck of sorts as his alt mode, in a very fetching tealy off-green, and I think he looks very nice indeed. I do like this clear blue windshield there. I wonder what the colour underneath there is. I'm not going to pull it off and find out. Now here we can see Cup from the front. Here is Cup from the side. Here is Cup from the top. Cup from the rear. And everyone's favourite, Cup from underneath. Now, like I said before, I think the colouring and paintwork on this figure are very nice. I really like this red Autobot symbol here on the side here. There's some nice little motifs on the rear of the car there. Sadly, the wheels are not painted silver, and again we have plastic tyres. Hasbro's, can we please have rubber tyres back? We had it in the 80s, for God's sake. If we could have it in the 80s, we've got like 40 years of technology to make something better than what we had in the 80s, yet we seem to be taking a massive step back. What is going on? Can someone please tell me why we had better quality stuff in the 80s, 40 years ago, with current technology holding us back? What is going on? Is it just made on the cheap? I don't know. Anyway, rant over. This figure does look very nice in the alt mode indeed. I really do like it. I don't know what that bit on there is. Is that a bit of dirt or a bit of bad paint? I don't know. For some bizarre reason, my phone seems to be having an issue focusing on Cup. Maybe because he thinks it's perhaps blur. Poor joke there, I do apologise. But anyway, the sculpted details are very nice. I don't know why a Cybertronian vehicle would need a windshield. No one needs to look out because the car itself is the driver. I like the little door section on the rear here. I think that's a very nice touch. The wheels I think could do with some work, although the tread pattern this time, especially on those rear wheels, actually almost looks like rubber, doesn't it? It's that slight grainy texture on there, but I can assure you it is plastic, and not going to keep ranting on about rubber tyres. There's no weird hollow bits or anything on this Cup Alt mode. It's actually quite clean, which is good. We just have a few joints and things we can see. I have a small gap here, which I can't really seem to get rid of, but that's due to this panel here being the flimsiest plastic known to man. It must be on a level with cardboard. Actually, I think cardboard might be stiffer. Does he roll? Let's have a look. He won't roll far because he's got no weight to him. So the wheels don't have any bearings at all. They're just on those mushroom pegs, I think you guys call them. But they will spin a bit. Again, oh, that one spins nicely. Again, in the 80s, these things rolled a lot better. There's no moving parts on here apart from the wheels, nothing to break. However, in alt mode we can attach his weapons. And his gun will attach to this side, which looks very cool. And, excuse me, his faux fuel tank will attach to this side, which looks like a green box attached to the side of the car. So there you go. That is Cup in his alt mode, and he is one of my favourites. I just want to show you that front section there. From the front, he does look very snazzy indeed. I do love Cup. He is a guilty pleasure of mine. And even the G1 Cup, which everyone used to laugh at when I was a boy. But I think Cup is a cool figure. Maybe it's because I'm getting old and I appreciate his old cantankerousness. Anyway, that's Cup. And yeah, I like him.